Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have to apologize to you. I've been sick for the last week and so my voice sounds very nasally and I hope it's not too annoying. I'd like to show you my new Cerise Hood doll bed that I just remade, and then I will show you what I did and do a few shout outs at the end. But first, let's take a look at the old Cerise Hood doll bed. When I first made this bed, I really loved it, but now I feel like it could really use an upgrade and is actually quite plain. The first thing I do when remaking a doll bed is to go to spoonflower.com to see if I can find any awesome custom fabrics, and I found this amazing little red riding hood fabric from a designer called TheCalvarium. And look at how he's got so many really cool panels. He's got thorns throughout the fabric, this little girl in the dark forest, which I think has to be the centerpiece of my blanket for her. And I highly recommend that you guys check out spoonflower.com if you want to find fabrics that are unusual, because they're created by designers and you can't really find them elsewhere. I actually have a lot of fabric left over, so if anyone would like it, let me know. This is also by TheCalvarium. He calls this buffalo check fabric, but I just see it as red and black plaid. I'm not really sure what that means. So I'm going to hot glue the buffalo check fabric on top of the panel with the little girl in the forest. And then I had some leftover craft fur from her first bed, but you see how there's a harsh edge there, so I'm going to cover that up with this black and white plaid ribbon. And also I'm going to cover up this bottom margin here with this black frilly ribbon. Cerise isn't that frilly, but she does have a skirt that is a little bit wavy, so I figure it's okay to use it. And then I've softened the edges with the black and white plaid ribbon on the bottom as well. Now it's just time to trim it. I found this cool suede strip from Michael's that I think looks like her belt, the one that's wrapped around her waist. So now I've trimmed it on 3 sides with the suede strip, and I think it looks really, really, really Cerise. Not too princessy or frilly. For her pillow, I've prepared 2 pieces. This is really a rectangle of the buffalo check fabric with 4 pieces of black frilly ribbon. And then this is a buffalo check fabric with the black and white plaid on top and bottom and the suede strips on the side. And what I'll do is hot glue 3 sides, stuff cotton balls in the 4th side, and then hot glue the 4th side. And I've done the 3 sides, and now I'm ready for my cotton balls. And now my pillow is done. For her headboard, I picked up this wooden oval plaque by Art Minds at Michael's. Then I painted it black, and then I'm going to create a forest scene that reminds me of the design on her red hood. And I'll be using this stencil and some red paint, and I created this forest scene. However, I thought it could actually pop some more, so there's this little packet from Hobby Lobby called Birds and Branches for $2.99, and we're just going to use the branches part, which I think will give it a nice touch. I'm going to paint these gray and hot glue them onto her headboard, and I think it looks really beautiful. For the first time, I'm not going to use a smooth foam block. I'm going to use an old shoebox from a pair of shoes I just bought, and I'm going to attach this red felt to it, but it's a removable backing on the back here. It's by Creatology, and now I've gone ahead and done that. Next, I've cut apart one of my old Amazon cardboard boxes and prepared 2 pieces of cardboard. Then I'm going to use a basket weave paper from this scrapbook paper collection called Tying the Knot, and it's this basket weave here. So I've gone ahead and glued the basket weave paper around the cardboard and then attached each of those to the sides of the shoebox. I want this whole thing to look like she's sleeping in a basket. I also wanted to show you guys the bottom. I even put scrapbook paper on the bottom because, again, I just want it to look like a basket all around. And then for her headboard and footboard, I bought 2 of these baskets. They're normally $4.99, but I think I got them for 50% off because Michael's is having a sale on baskets this weekend. And you wouldn't believe how easy it is to just cut off these handles. You can do it with a regular pair of scissors. So for her headboard and footboard, I'm taking a square of cardboard, covering it with a scrapbook paper, and then I'll be doing something like this for the headboard and the footboard. So here I've attached the footboard. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer to looking like a basket. Here I've attached it to the headboard as well. And now I need to just hot glue the headboard on like so. And now I have done that. I actually think that this will look really cool once I'm completely done with it. So here I've put Cerise's bed into the room that she shares with Cedar Wood. And now it's time to lay on the blanket and put on the pillow. And ta-da! The Cerise Hood bed remake is done. And let's just see how Cerise goes with her new bed. And here she is sitting on the end. I think that it goes really nicely with her. I'm quite proud of how this came out. I'd love to know what you guys think. In the meantime, let me do a couple shout outs that are long overdue. Shout out to Marie Lou and EAH Studios, which I'm fairly sure stands for Ever After High Studios. Thank you guys for being so patient. For the rest of you, thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'd love to know what you guys think of the new Cerise Hood doll bed in the comments below. Thanks again.